Take the lead,
You
James.
take the lead.
No, you take the lead.
No, I think you should.
But
They saw us earlier. I wasn't prepared.
Okay. All right, welcome guys to
doing
Face
my hair,
TV.
guys.
It's great to see you again.
Welcome back, Dan.
It's Star Ladder time, of course.
It is Star Ladder time indeed.
And I've missed out on all the Titan action apparently.
You have missed out on Titan action. Absolutely, you have.
You know what else I've missed out on? Sleeping. I haven't done that for a while.
No sleep to be had here.
No sleep, only Counter-Strike.
So we're going to have XItence versus dAT team as the first match of today. It's going to be on Mirage. Did you have a list of the other maps?
No.
I think we were told, but...
I don't have lists. I barely have my mental faculties right now, James.
Inferno and Nuke will follow Mirage. So Mirage, Inferno, Nuke. Inferno, considered XItence's main map. Their number one map.
To me, it's just... To me, actually, before I left to go off to do casting in other places than the FaceIt studio, I actually had this thought. I was just like, where did that Musambani guy go? Because he was really entertaining and he was awesome. And obviously, because we didn't actually see many matches. Like I haven't casted his new lineup, XItence for quite some time. Obviously, they switched over to XItence quite a while ago.
From Overgaming.
From Overgaming, yeah. And Overgaming as a team were quite active. But XItence, we had December, which wasn't necessarily a massive month for Counter-Strike. January as well. Not a huge amount of stuff going on necessarily, but league's starting to kick off now. You've got SLTV, all this stuff, SLTV and all this stuff happening. So now we get to see them again. So that's great because remember he is. I think it was Anders that nicknamed him the General. Wasn't it? I think it was Anders. So I'm going to give credit to Anders for that. But Musambani is always great to watch. Great AWPer for XItence. So it's always been a bit of a highlight for me at least. Musambani.
Okay, so guys,
like that.
we have about 286,000 followers on the channel. Just before we start the match here, just going to say once we get to 290, which should be entirely achievable by the end of the first map, we will be giving away an AWP pink DD pack. I think we can show it to you over here. Let's have a look. Okay, so this is what we're going to be giving away, guys.
It's so beautiful.
Once we hit 290,000 followers, and I think
is that pink though? I guess it depends on your screen. Okay, there we go. From that screen
it depends on if you're DDK or not.
Yeah,
if you're not DDK, it's absolutely a pink DD.
Mine is playing on me.
Again, 290k followers, guys. We're going to give this away to everybody on the stream, and I've definitely pressed the wrong button there. Are we into the knife round? I think we are indeed.
This is great to see dAT again. The only thing with the dAT actually in their lineup for me is actually the question mark is always on Markelov, because Markelov is just not being as good as Markelov should be. And so for me, this lineup could be insanely scary if he finds his role within the lineup. Because obviously, like, you got some really sick fraggers actually on this lineup with WorldEdit and Simple. Okay, maybe predominantly AWPers. Simple obviously amazing with the rifle as well. But generally speaking, I feel like it's a lineup that's hard for Markelov to find his role.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Good points. The troll is real.
Thanks, James.
Oh man,
it's like I never left.
I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I missed you, Dan. Hey, I think people were expecting me to be wearing a party hat today. I was going to wear a party hat with DDK written on it.
We try to find one in Marks and Spencer's. Good job.
We actually went looking for them, but apparently they're out of fashion, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. Before this begins, guys, we're going to spam you about more skins. So this has been given away already, but hasn't been claimed by the person yet. 290k, we are going to give this one away once we hit 290k followers, as I mentioned before. I think at the same time, we can also give away this to our subscribers. You can see there's FaceIt sub hype due to happen soon. Once we hit 300,000 followers, guys, we're going to be giving this away. This will be available to everybody in the stream, and this will be for the subscribers. So ideally, we could give that all away today. I think that would be absolutely awesome.
Yep.
But it is game time here at FaceIt Towers.
And I have to apologize for not wearing a shirt. I think it's the only stream I've ever never worn a shirt on.
I like the pocket. I wanted to put my pen in there.
I don't.
I have a shiny pen. I think it could fit in there.
But the reason is because my luggage got lost again. So I don't have any
Your luggage got lost on the way there and on the way back.
Exactly. Right? And they were supposed to have delivered it already today, but they haven't. So got to look into that. But we're live into the match. dAT team versus XItence. Definitely a very interesting match potentially here between two teams with a lot of potential. Torrent's favorite word. And here we go, just a bit of movement here towards the B-bomb site. As XItence try to get themselves in there, but they've actually got some good positions. I like this from Simple, backing away. Look at this, his teammate's going to come in to help him out. 3 quick frags there, make that 4 for that, and Simple Doing a great job there with the triple kill. That looked too easy right there for Zembel and Co.
I would say that with the matches we saw of Existence yesterday, they're still really struggling on the T side. Like I would say they're very, very lacking on the T side compared to the CT side. So, you know, if they can't stop that, if that go double up as we've seen from them before with WorldEdit and Simple, then I do wonder if Existence will even be able to stop them.
Oh my goodness, that's wow.
brazen effort there from WorldEdit.
That I don't have words for that. He's just like he's just got his feet poking over the edge there. That's like the most dangerous place to stand in middle.
Yeah. But again, that might be that issue with the smokes where he probably maybe he thought he was more covered than he actually was.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Either way, now that Existence have created a bit of a hole in the defense here that are trying to compensate for, they might just get a better engagement on the rush. So it looks like that's what they're going to try to go for here, a bit of a delayed B rush. And can Markelov, can he perform here? If he does get a couple quick frags, then this rush should be pretty over. But if they take down Markelov pretty quickly, then it might all be to play for here for the Spaniards.
You can see they're going for that contact. No, they're not actually. It looks like they're setting up for nades to throw. And there's the first nade. And it looks like it will be a contact play indeed. So they were going for a potential, trying to sell a fake while they walked after throwing the nades. Didn't work though. Markelov going to spot things, get the first frag. There's the second one on FlipiN. They have gone for the armor buy here as well. So Existence gone for the force on this second round. 2 more remaining. They still have the bomb, but you can see the rotation is already in place, and this round should be somewhat of a formality for dAT. And of course they will lose someone as soon as I say that. But 3 people surviving, not terrible. I'm just waiting for the AWPs, Dan. I am just waiting for the AWPs, all the AWPs, all the time.
AWPs. So Simple's going to pick up 1, and that's all the AWPs that you're going to get for now, it would seem, James. And so we can see where Simple goes with this one. Of course, that map's always very interesting with the AWPs, but it's not so impactful in this round. We just have the pistols, and instead Existence going to go for the quick A play with these pistols. No armor, of course, just going for the save so they can get that buy on the next round. But can they get the bomb down here? You never know. Sometimes if that miss a few opening shots here, magic might be a possibility.
Markelov has a Dragon Law. He doesn't even AWP. He's a fraud. I think you should all tweet him and tell him to give it to me. I think that's fair. 1 minute almost remaining on the clock here, as this is again a passive eco from Existence. But I don't think we're going to see much of a rotation here. We're just looking at some fact finding here. WorldEdit going to be looking through mid, not seeing anyone there. So in fact, this time's going to be spent with dAT stacking the A bomb site. Nade's going to fly in and finish off Musa and Barney. Only 2 remaining on this eco, Kairi and FlipiN. And with 1 remaining versus 4. They got bondik down at least. Poor bondik. Only man to fall there for that team. But they should have that double up coming out straight away, and indeed they do. WorldEdit getting into the game here. And now, it's the buy round for Existence. We saw Kairi opening for them yesterday, but versus Simple and WorldEdit, I don't fancy his chances.
I want to just B-rush. Something quick to blow up the double opposite would be really nice. But
they are not a fast team, though.
No, it doesn't appear that way at all. Well, we're going to have the AWPs with a nice bit of a crossfire there, but Simple going to be moving into the pick on middle, and that's going to actually reward him very nicely as WorldEdit as well. It's going to lock down the other side over by Connector. So you can see this crossfire between the 2 AWPs. Very dangerous line of fire there.
As they say in Mortal Kombat, it has begun. Would not want to be playing against this combo.
I liked how WorldEdit popped that vent for his Simple, so Simple didn't have to like shoot the AWP or pull out a pistol and unscope. It's a very small thing, but it's quite nice. And 3 players left for Existence.
Musa and Barney kind of stuck in the middle area at the moment, looking to try and get a quick pick on Connector. You can see if he does, Kairi is in a position to take control of that. This is one thing we saw on their CT side as well from Titan. Titan were constantly on the T side getting control of Connector and smoking off short, as we saw Musa and Barney do. Something that was lacking on the Existence push of mid previously. I mean, it may be that they're only doing it now because they're lacking in the numbers game. We will see when they try to take mid with more players. But for the time being, 20 seconds remaining, and looks like it's going to end up being a rush to the site. Got Markelov. Not in a position to flank really. WorldEdit with the pistol there. Simple's over on the other side now, and bondik's going to slow things down. 10 seconds remaining. Bomb is on the floor. They're still going to go for the plant. Seems they're planting it for the short area as well, but that's not going to go down. So slow death there for XItence, and they are probably going to find themselves on the eco.
Well, we'll have to see if XItence are going to be able to find something to deal with this double AWP setup. It's with Simple and WorldEdit, it's hard to say that, or hard to really see that they're going to be consistent on their shots. And Simple adds that little bit of aggressive flair that is going to lend a level of unpredictability that's certainly going to catch them off here and there. So you've got to be careful about that as well. But the double AWP setup also means that they can't really play strong team play setups like kind of deeper into the sites, because the AWPs want to stay within big ranges to get the most shots in.
Yeah.
So
the AWPs are too strong though. But the thing is, Simple's in a position where he can defend B apps, as you can see him there, and he can quickly rotate to short as well and shoot through the site. So if they try and cross the site where most of the bomb plant positions are, then he could possibly do something. But the push is coming in from the T's here.
Yeah, they read this as well after that little mid push there from Blade, and in they go, and looks like it's easy work here for dAT. Even though the smokes are down and the bomb is planted, the cleanup is going to come here for dAT quite easily. It's a nice little jump shot there from bondik, but things all well here for dAT team. Of course, the plant is going to help somewhat there for XItence, but they've already got like the max money bonus, so they're going to be on loads of dollars right now. All the dollars.
Speaking of loads of dollars, look at the money on the CT side. No losses on that round. Of course, it was an eco for the Ts, but this is going to be critical should they fall later on in the match, as obviously these AWPs don't come cheap. High maintenance players here, Simple and WorldEdit. They want their toys. Okay, so WorldEdit, I think he's in the middle of the window, but again, fairly standard round here from the XItence team. Slow, very slow.
Just trying to see if that will actually push them here. And the thing is about these kinds of styles of play is that with the double AWPs again, it's very it's kind of unlikely that they're going to actually go for a push, as we talked about earlier. It's easier for them to help and support each other if the AWPers stay if the riflers stay back with the AWPers, as we can see. Flash over the connector though, that's going to allow them to go for a quick peek, and they'll realize there's nothing there. But Simple, I think, spotted a couple pixels here, so this could be quite interesting here. It's all going to be on Simple to actually stop this push by getting a couple nice connections as they go in now with the grenades. But do they have a grenade here to deal with Simple's position? Looks like there they go, Simple going to miss the first shot. They won't push him though after that miss, instead holding back ever still. 39 seconds left on the clock. Simple going to pick off one, and XItence certainly in some trouble. They're going to make something happen here. Going to try connector now. WorldEdit going to miss the first shot. However, XItence are on his position very quickly. That's the frag, and they're looking good for this site take right now. In comes loWel, wrapping around the side. Simple, a nice connection though, and Musambani going to find himself with good control over B, and there's 15 seconds left for this bomb to go down, so maybe Musambani can save this. If he can just hold kitchen for long enough, it might just be possible now for XItence. Simple trying to get his way in here, but these flames certainly quite annoying.
FlipiN only just starting to plant the bomb now. Takes about 3.5 seconds, so just in time. It's going to be a 3-man retake, so disadvantage here. And again, they do have Simple, so this is not going to be an easy hold, to say the least, for the two remaining Spaniards. FlipiN doesn't even get a shot off there. Simple just holding the angle, finishes Musambani, who versus 3 has to try and force the issue somewhere. And that is another clean round for that team. I think they're only going to save one of the two AWPs. Not sure where the other one was left. But with the amount of money on their team, it's not going to matter that much.
Okay, so yeah, it's looking like they're struggling with their normal default slow start. And I already think, like, against the double AWPs, there should be a lot of... You should have like some strategy, some executes in your bag of tricks to like really speed up the pace. Whether it's like a really fast connector play or whether it's just a really nice execute. Just have something to blow up the angles for the double AWPers.
Yeah, XItence have the same pace 90% of the rounds.
Yeah,
they very, very rarely change. They don't seem to have more than one gear for the most part.
Even Na'Vi realized that is not effective, because Na'Vi started to they've put a lot more potential for speed in their game. In some rounds, you'll see them change the pace dramatically.
But also they abuse their reputation, like we saw on Mirage as the T side, when they threw that fake over to B, you see the nades come in, and it's Na'Vi, and you think, okay, here comes a push. You send 4 people over there, and wait a minute, is this Na'Vi? They're all on A. But this is not something we see from Existence at the moment.
bondik is basically about to line himself up for potential movie highlight here. He's going to have a lot of players running into his position. He's going to be able to react strongly here. If he can get a really fast connection on the first player, this could be very bad here for Existence, as they're going to try to make their way in. Musambani's the first man. That's a good peek there from bondik. We'll take down Musambani for no loss of health or armor. Does get removed by FlipiN. Good trade as they try to make their way up the stairs into the site. But WorldEdit, really good position here. Going to take down loWel behind the smoke. In comes the second shot. FlipiN goes down. One more on the jump boxes, and WorldEdit, it is no problem at all for him as he cleans it all up. 7-0, and that team still looking very strong, and as if Existence cannot surprise them. Their pace seems to be too easily read here by dAT.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd agree with that. One thing we saw from Existence in a previous round was when they were in the mid area. It was very late into the game, which I think is fairly risky, but they managed to create some confusion as to which site they were going to push. And as far as the CTs were concerned, well, that just finding that right angle on the connector, despite these flashes and nades that Existence have tried to throw into mid. So they have at least taken control of it. But again, you can see there's 2 CTs here in connector, something that we may see lacking on the CT side from Existence. They know that they have to hold the connector area. That is the key to holding A for them. Simple's in a position with WorldEdit, we're in one of the nastiest crossfires I can think of on this map, in case a boost comes in to CPL. So again, this is going to be a difficult take here for Existence. They're going to just bide their time holding in the middle area. Be 3 people there for the time being, with FlipiN on a flank, which may come in at some point. Now the patience of Existence pays off as Simple goes for an information peek and doesn't win a duel on this occasion. So
4-4 now in Existence, buying themselves some space on the map with that frag onto Simple. And in comes loWel, looking for the peek onto the B bomb site. Gets immediately taken down by Markelov. Another frag coming in. Great presence on that B site from him. But in comes Musambani, in comes FlipiN to equalize the situation. However, 25 seconds left. That bomb speedily trying to make its way over to that the A bomb site here for the plant. But he's going to get taken down. That's the bomb hitting the floor and connector. FlipiN has to react fast right now. He's running out of time, and that team know it. They're just playing it slow right now. FlipiN going to go for the frags. Going to find Blade. One more player at CT. Surely this should not be possible. Oh, he does. Oh, he had the time, but the flames were perfect. And there you go. Markelov adding insult to injury kills him after time. Oh my god, $600.
Yeah, that's
FlipiN. That sucks for him.
Less than ideal, to say the least. A solid 8-0 here in favor of that team with these 2 double AWPs. Sorry, these double AWPs, 2 double AWPs means 4 AWPs.
That's quad AWPs.
That's quad AWPs indeed.
Quad AWPs,
so you've got
baby.
a 4 spy coming out for the T side. 2 Galils, P250 on FlipiN. Things are not going their way, and it is no surprise, I must say. That looking very strong at the moment, and Existence with no answer.
Someone jumped, and I'm certain Simple heard it because he kind of like flicked his mouse so they could get a better gauge of the direction of the sound, I think. So Markelov tossing in those pre-nades and Simple watching over mid here. So and now they got a player really close to A slope as well. So if they want to flash him in, and if he sees nothing there, they can be pretty sure, I think, that it's going to be a B play. And knowing how slow Existence plays, that should be all over this once again on the defense. And you can see Markelov there spamming a little bit, but got to be careful if he gets caught off guard here, which he might just get caught off. Not quite 9 health left. Gets the second frag as well. How on earth do they allow that to happen? Simple now picking up a kill onto one more, and that's just adding insult to injury. FlipiN going to be able to make 1 kill, finally taking down the AWP. Simple, but still a lot left to be desired, as loWel is going to try to make something happen with 30 seconds left. Got lots of players to deal with. And Markelov with another frag. He's been on point on the B site so far as Markelov. He got a quad kill in that round. He's topping the leaderboard there for his team. And yeah, good work from Markelov this match so far.
Absolutely. 9-0 now. And I wonder if Existence are going to get any rounds on the board here. A Tech 9 rush may be their best chance at this point. But that's not going to happen. As you can see, they're very spread out indeed across the map. WorldEdit almost never misses a shot. These guys both so consistent with their AWPs, and that is very important for the style that are playing at the moment. You can see Musambani is in a position, well, he was in a position, but then Simple had other ideas. These AWPs just ruining that team at the moment. WorldEdit, what are you doing?
Nice. Alright, well, for the Mark to die as well, that PC-15 is having, honestly, existence, it kind of looks like they feel like nothing works at this point. It's like, guys, we tried everything.
I really feel like they are just completely lacking proper drills on their T side. It's like it's almost like they don't even practice it. I don't know.
Maybe they're drunk.
Maybe they are indeed drunk. Like when we saw them playing cash on the T side, the only thing of note that I remember seeing was a wall of smokes into mid.
Drunken style paying off here. So we'll have to see if they can actually build on this now. They're going to try a quick push off the back of these opening kills. Still with advantage on one player. Simple though. Ever the problem for any T side. Moving in with the AWP.
That's a bomb planter.
Not going to get taken. Not going to take down the bomber. Instead, he's going to get killed by existence there. Very good stuff from them to actually hold down these angles properly. They had the smoke. They had the Molotov.
Markelov's got 11,000 in the bank here, so he's got nothing to lose by going for this. All he can do is great economical damage to the other side. So hard to find the head behind those boxes. That's the first time that Markelov has died in the game. He was 13-0 across 12 rounds. Sorry, 11 rounds. So that was pretty beast there from Markelov. And you could, that just shows you the ease at which that team are cruising through this first half.
Well, the interesting thing is that, you know, dAT are being fairly static. Well, hold your horses right now. We're going to have... But, oh, it looked like we're going to have an AWP duel there, but to actually Kairi backed away, but never mind. Either way, their defensive approach against the double AWPs of dAT, I mean, dAT having double AWPs are being fairly passive, fairly defensive with them. They're not really looking to take too many open angles and open duels. So because of that, and because of Existence's reluctance to try to outpick them on mid in a lot of spots, they aren't finding ways to frag. They're just not finding them because that team aren't giving the opportunities for it. They need a plays to actually take map control and actually use grenades and team play to get in some of these choke points. Simple pretty deep on short right now, looking for some more shots towards middle. Ever been the nuisance for Existence from that spot.
The bomb carrier is top mid at the moment, has escaped from the situation. Markelov may be pressured by Existence soon, but with how far drifking is from his team right now, I'm quite curious to see what is going to happen. He's keeping the attention of two of the players, however, all players are alive for that team.
Oh,
so
actually rotating kind of right now a little bit. They're kind of floating and look at that. WorldEdit for a moment there was thinking that was going to be B, so they might have an opportunity. That's a well-timed smoke. Blade with the drop headshot onto drifking. Here goes loWel into the position on Shadow. Does get a quick kill onto bondik. Caught out by a second player. Still alive. That's a great response there onto WorldEdit. One more from loWel. That's an excellent play from him. There's now Markelov and Simple are left in the 2-on-2 to try to retake this site. Get the bomb defused. And FlipiN barely escapes with his life there. Out of position for a moment, but doesn't get fully punished. But they do know, I think, where both players are. That is a very dangerous grenade right there. That incendiary is almost killing loWel. He's just holding his position. He just burns alive. Now it's all on FlipiN, and that bomb is covered. FlipiN has to move into the open against... Oh, this could work. Oh, but it's way too late. FlipiN will get the kill, but it's all over for Existence now.
11-1 now in favor of that team. And yeah, that molly was perfect. And it is a difficult position. It's hard for people to check that position unless you get up close, and you can often get jumping kills, as we saw in a previous round. But other than that, it's you're relying on your teammate for all the information, and if they do know your location, then you are going to get blown up. And we may finally see that fast push here from the T's.
But the problem is that they're all bottling up on the choke point there, and without sufficient grenades and flashes over and smokes, it should be pretty easy here for that team to clean this up. Let's have a look and see if they're going to be able to do that. Just that, though. They need some counter grenades to come in here. They're just peeking, just completely raw there. Nothing to help them out. Going to see Blade over the top of this crate, looking for the kill on any players up the jump boxes, but nothing to be seen just yet. Does survive in time for the cavalry to arrive. Here's Markelov now from CT. No nades left on Existence to block off his position, and Markelov's going to pick up one. In comes Simple with a shot up top there. But Musambani going to go down. No scope for Simple. Make that 2 in a row. That's Simple in a nutshell. And there you go. 12-1 as that team are rolling through existence with no resistance, it would seem.
That man is like a hot knife through butter. That was absurd. He was almost running with that, with the second last kill as well, but the man is very talented indeed with that AWP. You can see there's an early presence, and then they start to back off in the mid area without finding that engagement.
Look at that, like the backing away. Oh my goodness, really? I will allow it. I'll allow that.
It slams to the slaughter, Dan. That's what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Slams to the slaughter.
I have to say, I liked how I don't know which player it was. I'm going to assume that it might have been Blade, but he pushed that middle, spotted the like one guy. He had a pistol, and the player, the CT pushing up, had a rifle and full armor and everything. But he actually pulled back. He fired me a bullet, and he's like, oh, I'm just going to pull back. And the pistol is like, well, I can't really do anything anyway. So he moved into the angle of the AWP. I just like the cold efficiency of something like that. Making it 2-on-1, even when you already have a massive advantage. I like that.
Okay, so it's Markelov back on the B site. Have seen Simple loitering in that position on occasion as well. Again, he's playing the short area, so he's close if he needs to be. Once more, we have the passive positioning from Existence. So again, they've made maybe one attempt at a fast play, where, as Dan said, they were basically clumped in this area for a very long time, just begging to have grenades thrown at them.
Yeah, they had no nades to support the push. It was very worrying.
Yeah, I think they were, I presume their intention was to have all the guns firing at the same place at the same time to get an opening. Basically, it seems that a lot of their angles are just held to try and get an opening. But again, versus a passive play, there hasn't been that much adjustment from Existence.
A huge element they're missing in their game so far. Well, you know what? Let's hold that thought for a second here. We do have 2 against 4 here for Existence. FlipiN and Musambani left over. Actually going to make their way out of apartments. At least Musambani going to find himself a frag even on Simple. And that is the AWP down. There is one more lurking around there. WorldEdit, but he's got to rotate a little bit. Here's Musambani wrapping around the side to finish off Markelov. He's on 3 HP right now. Musambani, 20 seconds left on the clock. That team now, they are using that time to their advantage. bondik with a timely peek to take him down, and that's going to be 14-1. Very strong first half there from that team as Existence. Well, the point I was going to make about Existence, and something I would like to see, of course you can say there's lots of different stuff you can do and stuff that they weren't doing, but for me, I would like to see a lot more proper challenges and plays on to secure connector, because even if it's with 3 players or 2 players or 1 player, that connector control can allow you to do so many things. Like your A plays, your delayed A plays can have so much more power. You can leave a guy in there. He can lock it down or be a lurker as you push B. There's lots of different options. If you want to boost someone in the window, maybe you get control of that. And you got a guy in connector. He can flash out for the guy into jungle. There's so many different things you can do from that position. However, that didn't make much use. Existence didn't make much use of it there.
Okay, so again, now the shortcomings in Existence's T side put them in this position. They're stronger on the CT side. By far, it's their stronger side. But they have no opportunity to demonstrate that now. And again, quite often when there's a team with a large deficit, you see these really big pushes coming in. Quite often in rounds, because they need to get an edge and they need to get it fast. They don't have time to hang around, which is what they did the entire first half, basically.
Blade in with a quick kill onto Short, though. That's going to change things massively now, as his team have not just the apartments to push, but Short as well. Going to split up the focus of Existence, but FlipiN's okay with that. He's going to get the kill. And then Musambani going to drop the bomber there, so now it's on WorldEdit. It's got 20 health. It's got a USP, though. Looking for the headshot. Doesn't get it. Musambani going to silence WorldEdit. James Bond style, and that's a 14-2 scoreline, so Existence get the pistol. Instant buy of an M4A1S from Musambani. You can only imagine he's going to go window with that. That's something I used to see Get Right do all the time. I don't know why it sticks out in my memory, but I used to see that a lot. And I like it. I mean, if you die there, you're not really giving the gun. You're not giving the gun away. It's very accurate. It's very good at long range. Very good against these pistol armored players.
There was a round on a weekend where LDLC bought 2 primary CT rifles and didn't have armor on those players.
Interesting.
Which I found extremely bizarre. I don't know if it was a HUD bug or if that was actually the case, but I thought it was nuts. They lost that round as well, unsurprisingly.
Well, it's down to the P90 defense now, and drifking is doing just fine with that one. Kairi going to come in from the window, so they have great position on the bomb site for this defense. And that looking like they're in trouble, but just as I say so, WorldEdit is going to be coming in with a good one-on-one to bring it to an even game. But there it is. loWel finishes him off. He can't get out of the way in time, and it's all on bondik to use this element of surprise to try to get himself a couple one-on-ones here. With this deagle. Does get spotted though now, so now it's all on hitting the first shot with that deagle. And does get an angle just for a moment. Doesn't connect though, and time is starting to run lower and lower for bondik. He knows where both players are roughly though, and he knows
I'm not
exactly where
sure.
Bomb is too.
I think he thinks both those players are one player because he keeps looking to his right to see if there's someone there for the trade frag.
There it is, just going to creep now. There it is, good timing from loWel. Very fast. And there you go, they get the next round. But this is where problems are going to start to begin here, as we're going to start to see that team, you know, getting the cash for the buys.
Once they get to AWP money, I do wonder how XItence will be able to stop them.
Exactly. It's going to be fun to see what spawn Simple gets and what spawn WorldEdit gets, because when you got two great AWPers like that, you can just, and if you know you're only buying one AWP, you can throw it to the guy with the better spawn, and that's really good.
You can see Kairi's ecoing for that AWP as well. Only has a pistol for this round.
I like this this push here from underpass and also from the top mid. Finally going to take down Simple though, and they've got some great angles here. Look at this. This is a nice position on top of the toll booth there. FlipiN going to spray blade down as Kairi works his USP magic, and it's just bondik remaining now, and they haven't lost anybody on the CT side yet, so that's great for their economy. But as you mentioned, these AWPs are coming out. Or at least there should be an AWP coming out here for at least one of the players.
Yeah, well, that it might be able to. I think you can see hasn't bought yet, so I think he's
got the nicest spawn here.
out.
Simple's got a better spawn for
all AKs though.
For mid, but okay, fair enough.
Not enough cash in the back.
All right, so now we get to see a bit more strategy here from dAT. They have their buy against the buy of XItence, and XItence do have Kairi on the AWP. Slow take of mid control here from dAT, as they do have a man in Palace and Slopes. This is kind of what I was talking about, what I would like to see. This is like a much more default round that you can do on this map, where you have like 3 guys trying to, in whatever configuration, trying to take middle and then connector, and then you can get your three-pronged attack in, and that's a nice approach to taking A.
Okay, so again, nobody is really covering connector at the moment. You saw that team had 2 people in there, whereas XItence are just giving it up for free. And this is what they did yesterday versus Titan, and now look, they are being pincered on the A site between connector and Palace. There's going to be loWel the first to fall onto the site. I think there's still one player.
Nice.
There. He has fallen as well, and that's 4 versus 2. Kairi trying to hold things together from CT. Flash coming in, but the bomb's still going to get planted for short.
How does he not know he's there? How does he not know Kairi's position? Kairi picks up another one. That's 3 in a row there for Kairi on the retake. WorldEdit now has to come through the connector, but he's got flames all in front of him, and it's going to be the spray of drifking to take it down. Well done to Kairi there. That's a great round from him.
That was somewhat of a bizarre retake.
But they didn't communicate where he was. They should even have been able to look on the radar themselves.
He missed a few shots. I mean, yeah, that was
interesting.
Yeah, I can only think that. I mean, they did clear out the site, so I can only presume maybe they thought, because there was a player in sandwich, and maybe he thought that his teammate had picked up an AWP potentially, and there may have been some confusion there.
Oh no, that's great stuff there from loWel. Good spam, good timing. Well, we'll have to see if they can bring it back from that. They're going to have loads of rounds to play with, dAT, so they are not going to be sweating it in the slightest. No, there might just find himself in for a surprise, but perhaps not, as Kairi did catch bondik. He was directly below him, and that's a 14-6 scoreline now as XItence do climb back, and of course on the CT side, and with players with individual skills such as XItence's lineup, they should be doing pretty well.
Yeah, it's an important round for them. Simple. Well, it is. Okay, they've gone for a bit of a buy here. I think we're still going to be expecting double AWPs in the following round. I'm just waiting for that. Importantly, Existence didn't have anyone down from the previous round, which is going to help their money. That said,
I really like the at the start of the round we saw a flash over the top of connector for Kairi to peek with the AWP.
Yeah.
And it popped at exactly the right time. We didn't catch it, but it popped at exactly the right time to flash the enemy AWP. Of course, that's not always going to work if he's already got the angle and he's pre-firing it. He might just catch your CT friend anyway. But it's nice and it's a very low cost little support play there. So very nice there from Existence to be putting in all the little things to try to get themselves the edges in these battles. But AWP against AWP again potentially here is Kairi is looking for the middle shot, and WorldEdit fancies himself brave enough for the task.
Interestingly, he was holding a more passive position. He's actually flashed Kairi there as well. Kairi is behind the smoke, and WorldEdit's going to hold the angle on short. He may find that player in the ladder room soon as well. Has to watch out that smoke does not dissipate at the wrong time, because Kairi has got the right angle for WorldEdit here. Have a look at where Kairi is at the moment. He is indeed going to get one of the frags in mid. Starting to get sprayed down through that smoke. Manages to escape, and he will rotate over to CT maybe, or B. Okay, so things are not going well for WorldEdit and his team.
Oh, for Simple apparently. He just left the game.
Yeah.
So screw this. Screw you guys. I'm out. Can't even win a round on Team Mirage.
Yeah, they're starting to...
Need to watch more Dignitas, obviously.
Existence starting to chain a number of rounds together. And again, this is just really important for their economy. Not that, you know, if they lose one round, I don't know how much their economy is even going to matter at this point, because it's only 2 rounds away from victory for that team. WorldEdit versus 4, 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Doesn't have the bomb either. Looking at the cash quickly on his team, it is looking ropey indeed. They were previously on Nico, and they are soon to go on Nico again. You can see loWel just timing the peak to look away from the AWP shots, and then get back into the game. So we're going to have a quick pause while we wait for Simple to reconnect. So again, Existence, while they have chained some rounds together here, that was a round that they should never have got really when Kairi was here. Fired off 2, 3 shots that didn't hit anyone, so a bit of confusion. That killed a player on the site post-plant, which I think in fact was here, and killed the sandwich player there. But
that was game-saving.
It was game-saving. But
if they lose that, it's pretty much over. I mean,
but a consistent issue we're seeing with them that we saw versus Tyson as well yesterday is that they just allow the Ts to run through connector for free. Yeah. And when the Ts have got a player in Palace as well, and then they've got a 2-pronged assault onto the site, you're going to lose the site. It's as simple as that. When you looked at that on the CT side, they often had 2 players, one of them being an AWP WorldEdit up here with Simple up there with some insane crossfire, and the second player here as well, should they need it. You know, there's quite a difference, a stark difference in the way these two are controlling connector. And again,
if you want to like compare the difference it can make to a team who focuses on understanding like ways to take connector, watch how Dignitas' Mirage game changed with Kerrigan at the MLGX games. They did an amazing job destroying Fnatic's connector defense and mid defense, and that's one of the reasons why. In fact, that is the reason why Fnatic have been the best CT Mirage team in the world.
Got those nip nades coming through over the top.
Oh yeah, that was so sick when I saw that. Oh
yeah,
my god,
that was amazing.
So good. I was so excited and giddy when I saw that. All right, well, loWel is with the teams behind the smoke, a little bit isolated. These smokes aren't perfect though. You can see they're actually able to fan out around the side of them, circumventing that coverage completely. Smokes everywhere, but kind of concentrate around the stairs here. This is not helping that team all too much now as well. It's going to get taken out as well. There's a nice hold there for Existence. The fast response time, and they are closing in on that slowly but surely. As that now reached the realm of being able to re-single round.
Yeah, they're stringing a lot of rounds together. They're kind of rolling in cash now. They're being fed grapes on the side of a swimming pool. All the money they've got at the moment, and that team's still forcing it up. I'm wondering if they had enough money, would they go for 2 AWPs on the T side? Quite curious to know.
I think it completely depends on what you're seeing your opponents do. If they're playing an aggressive and peaky game, I think it can actually be quite a cool response. But it is definitely risky, because if they play passively, playing aggressively with the AWPs to do entries requires a very skilled AWPer.
Yeah, but they've got 2 can openers here in WorldEdit and Simple. These are exactly the men for that kind of job.
Yeah. All right, well, Blade is going to take matters into his own hand. Sick and tired of not having a bomb plant and a good after plant setup to go with it, but XItence still holding on very well here. Kairi got the open hand, gets another great hit there with that AWP. That's 2 for him. 2 for drifking as well, as they are looking really consistent on these defensive shots. You're not really seeing really them missing all that much. I mean, it's interesting when you like look at some AWPers too, because for example, like Markelov, he can hit the most ridiculous shots. He's super fast, like JW, but sometimes on the defensive shots, they're not like as consistent as your Guardian or as
yeah.
Oh, this is interesting, isn't it? But Simple.
It's interesting that they forced it up again. There. But hey, who am I to question Blade? The man is a mastermind.
Well, they can buy every round, so might as well.
Yeah, but it limits them. Look at the lack of grenades they have. It makes their options lesser. But I suppose if they feel like they can just play on picks, then who needs grenades? And again, connector has been left open. Again, there's a smoke there. But if they identify that there's somebody in jungle. Nice. Before that happens,
Kairi, man, he's winning CT
lagging.
completely for XItence right now. Simple fears no man.
Not even with lag. And again, that's one of the shortfalls of not having connector. Although they only have 2 players remaining, make that 1 as it's Kairi versus 2. Markelov quite tagged. He could get him with a 1-tap here, but he needs to find him first. Oh, he doesn't find the right angle, and that go-TV lag is going to teleport us to match point in favor of that team. So,
but yeah, I really think in their position, buying every round, even if you have a limited nades, is just always going to be good, because even if you don't have a lot of nades on a map like this, you can always find ways to get frags and keep pressure on. And if your team doesn't have like a really sick execute, then I think you can maybe even wasting potential chances to win rounds.
So Kairi's in connector, not much support for his team, but it won't matter as the push is coming in towards the A side, at least with some of the players. FlipiN not going to win that duel with Blade, and a delayed push from the remaining players, going to have that late flash as well. Bit of a team flash going on there, but bondik will take down loWel for his teammates. 4 versus 3 as that look to take this game and bring it to 1-0 in this best of 3.
But Kairi, man, he's still alive. So far, he's been the man to watch. The man that has been saving his team, and once again he's going to pick up a nice kill. Takes down Simple. The return is there from WorldEdit though. Warp onto Warp, as drifking does slowly edge around the side, looking for those angles. It's Moose and Barney with a nice kill onto bondik. Now he actually gets a quick one onto Markelov at Palace. That's excellent work there from XItence. Now it's on WorldEdit. They know where he is. 2 facing at once. WorldEdit goes for the quick shot and lands it. Moose and Barney hits the ground now. drifking goes for the shot. WorldEdit now has a big advantage in this one-on-one. There's a peek with the knife. There's smart work here from WorldEdit. Trying to just get the harassment in. And look at that. He takes all of the time he needs in the world to line up the shot. And they're going to take it there 16-10. So well done there to that team. I mean, it's a little bit hard. Maybe they had a lot of rounds, I think, there where they were like, okay, guys, we got this. Then Kairi comes in with a free kill. Yeah. Actually, Kairi, if we could just, 23 frags there on Kairi. I mean, he was kind of beasting it with the AWP. And if you consider how beasted they got on the T half, that's really, really good work from him. So very nice. Very impressed by Kairi's defensive AWP.
Yeah, again, if he didn't win that clutch where they had no idea where he was for some reason, then I think the score would have been very, very different to what it was. And I don't think the score even tells the whole story of that. Again, I feel like there are gaping holes in XItence's CT hold, especially of A and the connector area. And if they, I think most of the time, if they're playing teams of this level and above, they're gonna get hammered when they're on the CT side. And the CT side is their stronger side, because again, we saw a lack on their T side. I think just a general lack of drill. So again, I think it's Inferno the next map, and that is the map that they are known for. So hopefully they'll have a stronger showing on that map and potentially could go to 3 games. Now we are going to go to a break. I'm just going to find out if we have hit 200. We haven't yet. So make sure you follow the channel, guys. 2,000 away. Okay, we're 2,000 followers away. If you guys get us up to that next milestone, then we will give skins out straight away, guys. So make sure you hit that follow button. And in the meantime, we will see you on the other side with the next map.